Hey, I'm Hallie, and tonight we're learning that huge holiday storm is now responsible for the deaths of at least 57 people. 57 people. It is still scary and dangerous out there, with rescue crews in the Northeast focusing on clearing piles of snow that trapped people in their homes and cars. You've got the National Weather Service now warning of dangerously cold temperatures, along with intense wind chills. And that all might mean trouble for anybody still trying to fly this week. Forecasters say a lot of the eastern U.S. is going to be in a deep freeze throughout tonight. You see it there on the map. Temperatures are set to rebound tomorrow, but this storm has been deadly in 13 states, from Colorado to New York, where people killed have been found in their cars, even in snowbanks. And that was the case in western New York, a kind of ground zero for this winter catastrophe. Look at this. Look at some of these images you're seeing here, right? That is a house completely encased in snow. The New York governor calling this an all-hands-on-deck situation today. In Buffalo, you can see all the cars abandoned on the roads. People just left them. The area just paralyzed to the point where even some of the rescue crews needed rescuing. And then you got some people apparently trying to take advantage of the situation. Look at this video of somebody breaking into a liquor store and robbing it right at the height of the storm on Christmas Eve. The Buffalo mayor saying these people are the lowest of the low. Dasha Burns is joining us now from New York. Dasha, the number of people killed by the storm just in New York alone is up to more than 24, 27 people at least. There's still a driving ban. You cannot get out and drive on the road in some parts of the state, even though right now, right, the snow has stopped. People do need to get out. They've got to get their medication, go get to the doctor, whatever it is. Walk us through the landscape at this point.
Well, Hallie, that's a tough balance to strike, right? People need to get out, but at the same time, there is really urgent work that needs to be done by these rescue workers, and that is why authorities are so serious about this travel ban. Now, there is a hotline you can call. And let me underscore, it is for emergencies only. Emergencies meaning if you need urgent dialysis treatment, if you need life-saving medication, rescue workers can get that to you if you call the hotline. But otherwise, authorities are pleading in most of Erie County, especially that Buffalo area, to stay inside, stay off the roads, because there are still people trapped in cars, people that are trapped in homes that really need help urgently. And if people are on the roads, that's really hampering those efforts, because not only do you have folks driving around that shouldn't be, but you've got abandoned cars, like you mentioned. You have down power lines. You still have areas that are impassable. And you've got a lot of folks without power right now as well. And workers are trying to restore that power as quickly as possible, plowing the areas that need to be plowed, that workers need to get access to. So there is a massive effort happening right now, but people really need to try to hunker down, again, unless you have one of those emergencies where you can call the hotline in the Erie area. But otherwise, stay home, let folks get that really urgent stuff done and dig out from under this mess, Hallie.
And you look at the scope of this storm, right, from the Great Lakes down to the border with Mexico, across the East Coast. And right now you've got some 75,000 people who do not have power today, when it's expected to be, again, dangerously, extremely cold tonight. That's problematic.
Yeah, below freezing temperatures all across the state of New York and many other parts of the country, too. You mentioned the scope. It's the scope plus the severity, right? I mean, we're talking about Buffalo, New York, that they are no strangers to storms. They're no strangers to lots and lots of snow and freezing temperatures. But we are hearing over and over again that this storm is unlike anything they've ever seen. You talked about the border. Our colleagues were down there in El Paso reporting on the migrant situation, where folks who didn't have anywhere to shelter during freezing temperatures. So the ripple effects of this, they're just impacting so many parts of the country that the scope and scale is just hard to wrap your mind around, Hallie.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.